Long-term buy signal just printed on the XRP charts. Should we be buying now? Should we be waiting? If we need to wait, what are we waiting for? Well, we're going to talk about all of that in today's video. So of course, if you guys do enjoy, you can let me know by smashing that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Now, speaking of subscribers, we just hit 50,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. So thank you all so much. I have a 50,000 subscriber special coming very soon, so stay tuned for that. But of course, let's go ahead and let's get into the video. What we can see here is that on the charts, we did see the crossing of the 50 EMA and our 100 EMA, which is an absolutely phenomenal sign. It's been a great sign in the past, and I'm very excited that we did see that happen today. And so what I want to show you guys is what's happened in the past. You know, when we've seen it, there's been a very good bit of instances in which this has been a fantastic long-term buying signal. Now, let's go back out here and we can see when this has happened. So of course, let me go ahead and just get rid of that. We can see that this was another instance in which we did see it. So of course, we did see our 50 EMA fall below our 100, recover, clear over the 100. And then from that point forward, of course, we could see that there were many blue skies ahead. Now, there have been times in the past in which this has been, you know, just a very short-term buy signal, just kind of it did well for maybe a few weeks, but then we saw the price crash. But both of the times in which we did see that, there was some type of big event that caused the price to crash. And typically we can't control that one way or another. And so we just have to go off of the, you know, the things in which we can control, of course. And so with that being said, we can see that just based off the last time that this has happened, it was a fantastic sign. And I'm going to go ahead and say that I honestly think in the long term that this is another fantastic sign. Okay. Now, in terms of if we should be buying right now, I would say probably not just yet in the short term. Now, let me explain why. So if we go down to the hourly, there's a few different places I would like to see a breakout at before I say, okay, I think this is a good buying opportunity. Now, they're honestly not too far away, but at this very moment that I'm talking, I would say probably not just yet. Okay. So let's talk about how we even got to this point, and then we'll kind of talk a little bit about where those buying opportunities are, what we can be looking for, and, you know, how we can expect this thing to move going forward. Okay. So what we can see is that we did see this big movement. Let's go ahead and we're going to simply just get our fib retracement, and we're going to take this swing high down to this swing low. There we go. Boom. Perfect. And so as you can see, we do have a few important levels. So as we did see that the price did come back down, we set again that swing high down to that swing low, and we started to work our way up. We hit our 786, fell back down, continuation upward rocket fuel, set a new high, boom. Now we're ready to go. Well, from there, we did work our way up, extended all the way to our 1.618. I talk about the 1.618 in our Patreon all the time. Link is in the description below. It's a very important level. Extensions to the 1.618 are quite common once you set new highs and you start to work into price discovery. Okay. Well, from the 1.618, we fell back to our 1.272, lost that, which is right here, then fell back down to our previous high before finally establishing enough support to really start to get this thing going. We fully executed on both of our extensions from that point forward, set a new high at our 2.618 extension before now retracing back a little bit. So as you can see, it's been a fantastic rise upward. It was super healthy, and it was very technical. It was very technically sound. Okay. Well, from there, of course, we did run into a little bit of resistance, of course, as we could kind of expect, which allowed us to form a bit of this triangle here, of course. So from there towards the apex of this triangle, we did see this head and shoulders form with a breakout target back down to this level. Now, the way in which you do find that, you just simply, let's kind of erase that a bit. There we go. What you're going to do is take the distance from your head down to your shoulder line, and you are then going to apply that to your breakout candle. Once you apply that to your breakout candle, which could have been here, but since it was not, we went back up and then broke out. You apply it here. And as you can see, this was our breakout target. So off that breakout target, of course, we did start to continue downwards. And for a full breakout, all we had to do to know where this thing was going was simply just take our distance from the top of our triangle down to the bottom, apply that to our breakout candle again, which is going to be right here. That then puts our line right above. Let's kind of zoom in a bit. That puts our line right here. Boom, there we go. And you can see that where our breakout target was perfectly met. Okay. So very technically sound movements that we've been seeing recently. So what exactly can we expect going forward, and what are we seeing right now? When are these great buying opportunities coming? Well, as you can see, we're in a bit of just a consolidational period at the moment, and I just don't buy in those because you never can know if it's going to break up or down, but we for sure know the breakout's coming at some point, and then we can kind of go off of that. Okay. So let's talk about where these breakout targets are. So I think that right now we are still seeing that a lot of things are slowing down, right? We're starting to see our RSIs, we're starting to see our MACDs, and I'm actually just going to go over to our 4-hourly real quick just to get an idea of more of the midterm, which is what we should be looking at to gauge where that breakout may happen. Well, what we can see is, again, that we're starting to set some lower lows in terms of our RSI. Momentum is definitely slowing down, and we can see that our MACD is falling as well. It's in the middle of a fall, which typically is completed. Then we see a bit of a round off and an upward continuation, okay? And so based off some oscillators, based off of our RSI, again, our MACD and much more, just in the short term on our, our hourlies, it does look like a fall is very, definitely very possible. And from there, there's a lot of buying opportunities, okay? And so let's talk about where they are again. Well, if we are not able to finally find support on this $1.19 1.618 extension, the one that we see right here, I'll go ahead and price table that for you. We can see that more than likely, in my opinion, if we come up, hit our heads and continue downwards, my two price targets are going to be right here. Let's go ahead and get this pulled up, and then I'll show you exactly what these levels are. $1.13, then down to $1.09. Well, if we do go ahead and look, those are going to be our 1.272 extension and our full-blown high, of course, that we did set right here. These are going to be two very important levels because we were hitting them so strongly as resistance, of course, that when you flip them, you want to establish it as support to work our way back up, of course. And so what I want to look to see is that my honest anticipation is that if we do lose that $1.19, we probably see a bit of a fall, probably something around 4 to 5%, back down to $1.13. And unless we establish support very fast, I think that it's even more likely that we do look at about an 8% fall to $1.09. Now, personally speaking, I would love to buy XRP and to pick up some XRP anywhere between about $1.12 to $1.09. I think that right there, we're going to see a bunch of our EMAs start to work their way up as well. And then that is going to provide as a lot of support. And if we are for sure in an uptrend and we're seeing, something like this, right? We're seeing something like this. Let's go here. Boom. And this is the movement we're seeing. Boom, boom, boom. I think that this could definitely serve as a fantastic buying opportunity. And if all of the stars are aligning and we're finally back in our bull market, that would be a very good justifiable buy. And, that would definitely be one that I would try to take advantage of myself. Okay. And so personally, again, speaking, I'm looking for that to happen. If we do lose $1.09, that's definitely not the best sign for the midterm. That shows that we need to go back down lower, establish some support. But I think in the long term, there is still potential even from that point forward to establish some support on some of our EMAs in which we can see. If we just go out to our daily, for example, take a look at some of these EMAs. I mean, we're still very extended off of them. And so even if we did come down, find some support on our 20 EMA, even at around $1 or 95 cents, that's still not the end of the world. There's still a lot of upward potential there, but we're looking at it more in the short term, and we're going to cross that bridge if we get there. Okay. So let's talk about the bullish scenario now. Let's talk about when a great buying opportunity could be if the price doesn't fall, but we do see it just continue upwards. So let's go back down, of course, to our 1 hour. And let's take a look at what we're seeing. So what we do know, of course, is that now that we've set this swing high to this swing low, boom, this swing high down to this swing low, what we do know is that our whole goal right now is to clear 0.786. It's at $1.30 right now. That is going to be our target, and our target zone is between $1.30 to $1.26. 4-cent little zone there. That's very important. So what we want to see is, of course, that we're able to work our way back up, clear $1.30, establish support, and then continue upwards. So what we need to see to get there is there's one formation right now that I think could do that. And that's going to be a bit of a double bottom that could possibly be forming at the moment that we really won't know if it's confirmed until we clear this level of resistance in which we've set, which is at $1.22. If we can clear that, establish some support on it, of course, that would be phenomenal. So what we need to see happen is the execution of this double bottom, which there is still a good chance that it could, considering the fact that we are finding some support on our 100 EMA on the hourlies. So what that target's going to look like is if we take the distance from our line here all the way down to the very bottom that we set and apply that to our breakout line, that then puts us well above this $1.30 that we're looking for, puts us above, again, like I said, this is our 0.786. We could then more than likely establish some support upward continuation. And my price target, if we are able to do that, let's go all the way back. My price target, if we are all able to do that, would be our 1.618 extension, which is about $1.50. So in my opinion, if we're able to clear $1.30, if we're able to sit and hold it and establish some support on it, I would go ahead and be willing to bet that we would be able to see that extension back up to $1.50, which I'm assuming is going to be about roughly a 15% gain. Let's see, about $1.50. Yep, about a 14% gain there. So those are my two breakout targets. You know, if we are going to go up, I wouldn't be buying until we at least clear $1.30. And if we do go down, I would be looking to find some support around that $1.12 to $1.09 region to try to buy that dip to then continue our way back upwards. Now, do understand we are not 100% guaranteed out the woods yet. There is still a good chance that we may see this just be, you know, if we go out to maybe just the dailies and clear our charts here, there is still a chance that this is just a dead cat bounce and we do continue downward, okay? But I'm talking about in a scenario in which we are going to continue upwards. These are the buying opportunities that I'm seeing. If we start to lose those important levels, do understand stop losses. You may need to set some stop losses, right? Because there is, again, still that chance that we're just retracing and we're going to continue downwards. So don't put all your money into these purchases. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy on YouTube. So don't put all your money into all of them. It's just a little bit, little small bits here and there, just to take advantage and slowly dollar cost average and build up a great position with some justifiable buying opportunities. That's all we're doing. Okay. And so definitely pay attention to those levels. Again, if you guys, let's go ahead and pull this up. If you guys did enjoy today's video, of course, you can let me know by smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel. Again, if these are the style of videos you do like, if you do like XRP, please let me know in the comment section. I can continue to update you guys as much as I possibly can, but it always just comes down to what you guys want to see. But with that being said, that's going to be about it. Tune in tonight as we do go over our live stream. We're going to look at a bunch of different cryptos, go over some crypto news and much more. And I cannot wait to see you all in the next video. Peace.